Ever order concrete before and not have anybody there to set the posts? I have. Screwed up. What's up, fish tank people? FishTankTV.com, DustinsFishTanks.com, bringing it to you on a Greenhouse Saga Sunday. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. In today's video, we're gonna finally show you how the building and the greenhouse look and work together now that we're rolling. We're also gonna talk about yet another fail from yours truly as my first and potentially last time as general contractor. And we're also gonna talk about Santa Claus and a 900-gallon aquarium. Okay, so in last week's video, you saw that I actually got approvals pretty easily from the city of Nicholasville to extend the length of my building up from 36 feet out to 39 feet, which is beyond the scope of my final development plan. That went pretty painlessly. Now it's time to build the building. I want to make some notes on the building. As I said in last week's video, this building has 30-foot long posts that go down 6 feet into the ground. We had to get approvals on that. We've got engineered prints. We're good to go. It's time to start digging. I went with a wooden building instead of a metal building. In hindsight, I wish I would have gone with a metal building, but at the time in the spring, when good weather finally arrives, it was hard to get any general contractors to talk to me, much less give me a price, so I elected to take the bull by the horns and do the whole thing myself, and you're seeing how that saga's playing out for me. However, approvals are in. It is time to build the wooden building. And who builds wooden buildings better than anyone on the planet? That's right, folks. Bring on the Amish. The Amish are awesome. Here's why I love the Amish. The Amish are totally committed to just saying no. They're not going to roll around and evolve with many of the technological advances that have come over the past several hundred, almost 1,000 years. So it's outside of the scope of this main video, but it would make a nice members only rant. If you're not checking that out, you could join the whole YouTube members only area. I'd make a whole $5 a month and you'd get entertained by some funny rants that I post up on the members only area. My quick take, and part of the reason I love the Amish, is this. I believe that people were actually happier in the pre-smartphone era. I know it's not fish tank related, but what do you all think about this? The fact that Amish do not have smartphones and avoid technology. I believe people were happier before smartphones. I want your take in the comments on that. Kids and adults these days are growing up with their whole self-worth revolving around their online persona instead of the actual in-person human relationships with people like, I don't know, their family. Not the Amish. Check this out. The Amish guys constructing the building that is attached to Greenhouse 2.0 were fantastic. These dudes were showing up before 8 a.m., usually right around the time of the sunrise. They were driven there by someone, they didn't come on their own, and they usually only worked till about 3 o'clock. Why did they only work till about 3 o'clock? Because these folks value eating dinner with their family without their smartphones on. And now it's time to get just a little bit woo-woo with you. I've said it before and I will say it again. People in life do not get what they want because they do not know what they want. I like the Amish because I believe they know what they want. They want good relationships with their family. They're committed to their long-standing religion and they don't want technological advances. And I'm assuming they're not really into the whole monetary thing as well. I'm not trying to be Amish, but I do admire that. And one thing Amish don't want to be is on camera. And frankly, I respect that because sometimes being on camera sucks. All the Amish want to do is show up and do what they do and have been doing for thousands of years. And what's that? Building Dusty's pole barn in rapid fashion. But just because the Amish don't want to be on camera and don't like technology, doesn't mean I don't want to mess with them. I want some Christmas joy around here. See what they think about Santa Claus visiting the job site. Go. Yeah, I like to have a little bit of fun. I rolled up on the job seeing him in Santa suit. It was awesome. You should have seen the look on the Amish's face. Now, out of respect for those hardworking individuals who threw up the pole barn pretty quickly, I'm not gonna put their faces on camera. Just kind of something they wanted to do, but I can assure you it was awesome seeing a look on their face when they see some skinny white dude roll up in a Santa outfit about 10 days before Christmas. Why is Dusty in a Santa suit? You're gonna have to hit the subscribe button because we're actually gonna talk about the largest aquarium I've ever done at the Newport Aquarium right around Christmas time. And yes, folks, it involves a Santa suit. Yeah, I'm rocking a Santa suit because our friends at the Newport Aquarium have what's called Scuba Santa going on at this time. But I actually want to talk just for a quick second about what's going on behind the scenes at the Newport Aquarium while I'm doing all this building. While the biggest building in my life is going on, I'm about to do the biggest aquarium in my life. But before I step foot into the Mekong tank at the Newport Aquarium, one of the things I wanted to make very clear with them was this. That tank is riddled with algae. You can see it's here. We don't want anything to do with it. So I had them strip the entire tank and run it, even with all of the stuff out of the tank. And did a 7-day blackout, no lights, no nothing, no water, just to make sure we killed all the algae. A couple days before this was shot, I actually had the privilege of going with one of the largest aquariums in the United States up to Cincinnati and going rock shopping. Let me tell you folks, Dusty got his rocks off going rock shopping with the Newport Aquarium. Those guys rocked. They actually had a massive amount of rock available at this awesome rock yard in Cincinnati, and I was able to go out and personally select from a giant pallet of rocks what I wanted to put in the 900-gallon aquarium. This is about $600 worth of rock that we're going to put into this tank. And I am super duper excited to be working with this much hardscape material in the 900. So do make sure you hit the subscribe button and you will get notified when those videos are coming out. Now it's time to talk about how I screwed something up. Shocker, right? Buy a shirt. Support your boy Dusty while I build this greenhouse. Ever order concrete before and not have anybody there to set the posts? I have. I screwed up. I got 5 yards of concrete coming and nobody there to set the posts. This should be fun. What you're looking at here is just the end wall. These are smaller piers that I had to have filled in with concrete per the stamped engineered prints. I'm learning as I go, Mark. I'm learning as I go. Wait, I screwed up. I ordered the concrete. Concrete guy was here. Eric setting the post wasn't here. We were smart though. Luckily he called while I was on the phone with Eric. Eric called in at the same time, so he said, "Lou, let's pour them part of the way full, and then Eric come back and finish them out." So I only wasted a couple $100, but it wasn't a good way to start the day. I was on fire this morning too. That's what I get for busting the guy's balls. Adam, who screwed up the holes originally, I busted his balls today on the phone, and that's karma coming back around. So, oh well. They look good though. We're done right, they're measured. Let me ask you a question. Back at Fail Point, do you think that the lady would ever come across the street and lend me a hand or help me with anything? Probably not. It's good to have good neighbors. Over here, that's my dude Eric. He's the one building this greenhouse. He's the man. Next door is my neighbor Charlie. Charlie's an OBS dude. He's not trying to be on camera. But Eric went over there and said, "Hey man, we borrow your Bobcat to move some of this dirt out of the way." Charlie is letting us doing it at no charge. Good neighbors, better situation, better location, just better everything all the way around. For those of you who like the quotes and all that, for every seed of adversity comes the sequel of equal or greater value. Think and grow rich. Yeah, my neighbor's a heck of a lot cooler over here. It's fun. Hit the like button, subscribe button, and share if you care. Also, make sure you check us out on Facebook and Instagram. We're doing about triple the content on those platforms these days. Make it an awesome week, everybody. Talk to you on Sunday about a 900. Tank on.